Hello everybody, it's Crazybrickz, and today I have another mock, and this is actually for Lego Lover 313 and the Crazybrickz Moc contest. And basically today is Halloween, so I decided to build a Halloween themed mock, and this mock is called the Age of Monsters, and there's just a bunch of monsters attacking the streets of Lego City, and we're gonna look at the mock. First, we'll look at the basic stuff, and then we'll look at the tinier details. With the big, like the basic stuff, you could see there's a big road, and it's actually with the studs not on top technique, because you could see that it's laying on this plate right there, and all these studs that are the figures are actually standing on. I'll show you an example right here. You could take them off, and this is actually, let me try to get it out. Let me try to get that out. Okay, I couldn't get that one out, but I got this one out. And I basically just took this 1x1 brick and put it on the plate underneath, just like that. And then I lined the snot technique, or studs not on top technique, and I just put it flat. And it's almost like a puzzle piece where you could take it off and you put it back on, and it just places in between each stud. And for all of these studs, except some of them here and like maybe one back there, they're all really using that technique with the stud on the plate, and then you just put the street on top. And then I'm just going to put this minifigure back right there. And then basically there's also some white lines on the street, and there's a bunch of detail which you can't really see too much because I kind of put a lot of figures to add some more detail, but you can see there's all different cracks, or different like street techniques or stuff like that. And then in the against the street there is the sidewalk going all the way across, and there's just some flat tiles, some studs to let the figures stand on. And then behind that is just a nice little park, but it's not so nice anymore because there's a bunch of monsters. But yeah, there's the brown path with the little dirt going, showing you where to go. That's the entrance, and you could go two different ways. And then there's also just a bunch of greenery around it with some plants, some mushroom, a bunch of stuff like that. But now we're going to look at the real, like the details of this mock. I'll start off with the left side. Over here you have Frankenstein, which I'm going to bring you guys down. There we go. And you have Frankenstein and a hidden side monster going after this person right there. And then back here, you actually have somebody that's being attacked by spiders. And you got two spiders, one on him, one's coming to him. And you got a giant spider, which is actually the spider minifigure from Series 18. And then over there, I just added something a little funny. There's a bus stop with a zombie trying to go to work, and he's waiting for the bus, which is a little silly. But then back here by the park, there's a bunch of grass and greenery, and then there's this girl running away from the zombie right there. And then if you behind them, there's just some bushes with a bat, a mushroom, and then above there is a ghost that's flying across the city, and he is just on that big clear plate right there. And behind him, which you can't see right now, but I made it look like he has a ghost trail, because like with the ghost they had like that little trail or whatever of smoke or whatever. But I tried to do that a little bit. And then when we get back down to the street, you have the a little gate. And then over here is probably one of my favorite things I included. There's a little what's called fire hydrant, and it's spilling out water into the road. And I'll take this guy off right here. There's just a bunch of tiles there representing the water flooding the street over there. And then here I have the sea monster, I think that's what's called. He's from the one of the monster fighter sets, and he's attacking that girl right there. She's fell. And then this guy here, he looks like he's almost throwing up because he's being chased by a demon. And then over there, there's a little dog. And then back behind, there's old police officers trying to help the citizens and get to work to try to arrest the monsters and deal with the situation as best as they can. And then over here is probably my second favorite, and this is some vines coming out of the road, almost like Goosebumps, where like the Venus flytraps were coming out, attacking everyone. It's like that, and I just stuck it on the floor right there. And there it's against, just on a stud, and there I put it in a little crack, and it's up there. It's holding up that little car right there, and there's also a person in there. And then there's another vine connected to this one, and it's also holding up a citizen. And I'm going to bring you up a little bit so you can see a better look. And it looks like he's like trapped in the vines, which is just a little detail that I liked. And then behind, which I'm going to bring you guys back down, there we go, there's a skeleton right there coming out of the park into the city. And then there's also this pumpkin monster which I created, which is all brick built. I'm going to bring you guys around. I'm going to try to take him off because he is a little fragile. But there we go. And there's just a pumpkin monster right there. And he has 2 arms that just sits there. And he's coming to the city. And I also added those like brown vines to hold up the pumpkin. Let me just put him back. And then behind him, or to the right or left or whatever, there's just a bunch more grass with some trees or bushes. And then there's also a little gargoyle which is flying, which I'm going to bring you around so you could get a better look at him. And back there is a gargoyle flying right over there. And he's just on that little tree right back there, which I just showed you. And he's just hanging on to the stud on the bottom. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this mini mock. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you guys next time.